Thank you.
For Creighton on our left, Ryan Kalkbrenner on our right, Sterling Knox. Start with a statement from head coach Greg McDermott.
Let's talk about the game first so these guys can get out of here. We're trying to grow defensively. That's been a big focus of ours since our first game, and I think we took a step in the right direction tonight. I like the fact that we didn't make shots early and we didn't let that impact our ability to defend. Sometimes you can get deflated because shots aren't going in and you don't do the other things, and then you can dig yourself a pretty good hole. So, we played defense and we rebounded and we really stuck to what we needed to do until some shots started falling. We were able to loosen it up in transition and get it to Kalk and establish that inside game. So, we turned it over early. We cleaned those up as the game went on, I thought. And we'll make shots better than we made them tonight. But as long as we're getting the right shots, that's what matters to us.
Questions for the student athletes first.
Ryan, what's the biggest difference in, the types of threes you guys are giving up from UTRGV to this one, and how much better are you guys doing in terms of funneling down into the middle as you guys want to do?
I think one of the things we saw from UTRGV is sometimes we were kind of there, but we kind of weren't showing our hands. So that was a big point of emphasis the last few days in practice. It's just, taking shooters away. And, part of it's honestly just whenever you have a new team, sometimes you just got to get used to playing with each other. And, sometimes we have a defensive breakdown that leads to a good shot for them. And the more you play with each other, the less those defensive breakdowns are going to happen. I think we've done a really good job this last week of limiting those.
I know it's only a 2-game difference, but how far do you think you guys have come defensively from opening night to a week later, now that you guys have had 3 games to play together?
Yeah, I think it's been big. I think we've been following the game plan that Mac and the coaches have put together for us. We didn't do a great job of that in the first game, but we've gotten a lot better the past few days, so I've been really happy with it.
Sterling, how good of the minutes and reps that you guys and Shane and just guys like that are fighting for rotation spots, how good have the minutes been for you guys these last 2 games in particular?
I feel like it's been pretty well. Just staying mentally engaged, staying locked in, like Coach was saying early on in the game, just making sure that throughout the game, just pay attention and just stay mentally locked in.
So, what has it been like for you and Shane to get out there and play together at this level?
It felt amazing, just knowing that we've been with each other since like 6th grade, and he came in from, I think, Detroit, and he just hopped on the AAU team with me, and I just remember those days, and just for me being on the floor with him and just trading buckets with him and stuff like that is just amazing.
Ryan, the 34-2 run at the end of the first half, I mean, what was going right? Did it just seem automatic for you guys out there?
Yeah, I think it just started on the defensive end. We were making them take tough shots, and once we got the rebound, we were outplaying offense like we want to. Like Max said, we weren't making shots early on, but that didn't change the way we played on defense, so we stuck with that. And once the shots started falling, obviously we were able to go on that run.
What's the end of the game like for you to know that he has 328 and is past Dana, and all of you guys stand there and watch the video? What is that like for you, and what's it like to be a part of a history-breaking 328, win number 328?
I mean, it's just awesome, and honestly, that I've been able to be a part of it and have Mac as my coach for so long has been such a blessing in my life. I mean, can't tell you how much he's changed my life. So just to see that accomplishment for him is so awesome. To be a part of that, it's amazing.
Same thing, Sterling. What's that like, being a part of the group that helped him pass Dana?
Just being a freshman, just knowing that seeing Coach pass that record is just crazy, honestly. It'll always be memorable for me.
2 more for the guys.
Ryan, that block at the beginning of the second half, can you just talk us through what you were seeing on that play and then how that ranks in terms of blocks you've had here?
Gotta be careful what I say because it's a competitor in me.
Yeah. Please do.
I mean, I just saw him driving into the hole and, do what I do. I see someone coming to the basket. I think I got to make a play on it, and I was just able to make a play. So then we got out in transition and got a bucket on the other end.
Sterling, what's your reaction when you see you guys go like you see it, like they're obviously gathering, they're getting ready to challenge him. What's your reaction when you see that?
I knew he was going to block it. He's a hard worker in practice, and he shows it on the floor. So I knew he was going to do that.
Thanks, guys.
Start.
Oh, appreciate you.
I don't know how this works, man. But
All right, you're really funny. You're really You'll pay for that call.
Talking to Johnny about it.
Yeah, he got out of here fast, didn't he, McHugh?
All right, questions for Coach?
Mac, you have officially passed Dana. After all the build-up, after 14 plus seasons now, what is it like to know that you're the all-time winningest coach in Creighton history?
You know, it's really about people, and people I've been surrounded by. My family's been incredibly supportive. I was running from the posse at Iowa State. The gentleman in the back of the room here saved me. They hadn't caught me yet, but they were getting close. And, you know, offered me an unbelievable opportunity to come to this great place in this great town. And, you know, the support from the administration, from Father Slagle to Father Lannon to Father Hendrickson, and then Bruce and Marcus, the way they've supported our program and given us an opportunity to have the things that we need to be successful. And, you know, and it's amazing, you know, that there's been two coaches here in 31 years, and Bruce hired both of us. So he saw something in a couple small town kids that nobody else saw. And it was a great fit when Dana was here, and it's been a great fit from my perspective. And, you know, then I think about, you know, the people that have worked for me, you know, Murph and Gordy, Ben McNair, Rob Anderson have been here from the start. Vanderloo and John McHugh have basically been here the whole time. You know, people that have, you know, they don't work for me, they work with me, and it's been very enjoyable to have those guys as part of my lives. And then, you know, you saw some of the coaches up on the video board. Like, I've had some really good coaches that have worked for me. You know, besides D-Rock and Lutz and Huss and Sellers, guys that are doing great things as head coaches. You know, Paul Lusk was in the Final Four last year at Purdue, and Preston Murphy was in the Final Four with Alabama. You know, two high-level assistant coaches that are going to be head coaches again at some point. So, and you know, Jalen Courtney Williams did a great job while I was here, and LSU snagged him away from us. But and then my current staff has been terrific. And then the players, you know, those guys mean the world to me. You know, we fought together, we laughed together, times we cried together. And, you know, that's what this journey's all about, is just the people that you're surrounded with and the people that are part of it. And it's as much about them as it is about me. I've just happened to be the guy that, you know, been able to survive, like I've said. You know, in this business, if you don't win, you're going to move on, and it's not going to be your choice. And if you're fortunate enough to be successful at a place that you love and you enjoy, and you really appreciate the community like we do, you know, something like this can happen. So, you know, it's a night I'll never forget, and especially because I have great respect for the person that I passed. Dana and I were competitors when he was at Creighton and I was at Northern Iowa, and during my time here we've become friends. And you know, I talked to him yesterday about an eligibility issue. So, you know, we've been in touch, and you know, I watched him build this in the mid '90s when I was at Wayne State. So, you know, I read the Omaha World-Herald every day and followed the progress of his program as he built it. So I knew the heavy lifting that went into that at the beginning. I was well aware, and you know, we were fortunate that we were handed off a pretty good program, and we just had to put our stamp on it.
When you decided to take the job, did you think that there was a possibility that 15 years later it would be going strong with you at the helm like this? Or is that kind of what's hard to believe?
I mean, probably not. You know, Eldon Miller, who I played for in college, told me once, don't ever stay somewhere more than 6 or 7 years, because you're not going to make any new fans after that point. Just people that are going to go to the other side. But you know, I've had a few opportunities where I've talked to people, and but nothing ever really got serious. And a lot of it is like, we really enjoy our life here in Omaha. You know, we enjoy our friends. We enjoy the people we work with, and it's you know, I think when people come here and they see it, And even when recruits visited, I think it's just always so much better than they think. And Omaha is a wonderful community, and obviously the Creighton community has been incredible.
What was the I guess the part that touched you the most when you watched all those players, especially some of them sitting with kids now, like it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you have a story with each one, certain things that you remember when it pops up there, whether they're guys that were walk-ons that hardly played or, guys that were, instrumental in our success. But, as you look up there, it's pretty easy to see why we've won a lot. when you watch Echenike and Zagorowski and Mitch and Jahans and Doug and, Kalk. I mean, who can't win with Doug and Kalk? I mean, if you're not winning, you got a problem. So, but a lot of special relationships, and I enjoy that those relationships have continued. Now, do we talk all the time? No, but when we do, it's like it's right where we left off, and it's fun to watch guys get married, have families, and want to bring their kids back around our program. That's pretty cool.
You almost let a tear out watching the video?
Yeah, the Doug deal was a little tough. I hope he made a shot tonight. I don't know. He started about an hour ago, but obviously it's that was a special time in my coaching career and for our family. It was incredible. But it's become more special and more enjoyable as we look back on it as time goes on. Doug's not one to do things like that, and that he was able to pull it off was pretty cool.
Anything else?
I mean, just in terms of the game itself.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, I like what we did. That was they went to Texas. It was a 6 or 7 point game at halftime at Texas, and they scored some points. And I thought defensively we did some good things. And sooner or later the defense and the offense got to show up on the same night, and hopefully that's on Saturday. But I was proud that we were focused and locked in. I mean, to hold them to 12 points in the first half is pretty incredible.
What have you thought of Steven's all-around game through 3 games, rebounds and assists in addition to
I mean,
scoring?
Steven just does everything. He's such a winner. And, besides, as I've said before, besides what he does, what shows up on the stat sheet, he's got his fingerprints all over everything that we do. His leadership and Kalk's leadership has been off the charts. And they're trying to help these young new guys navigate. And, Pop and Jemiah have played college basketball, but this is a new system and a new style, and they're trying to figure it out as time goes on. And those two guys have been instrumental on a daily basis trying to help them.
You said it was going to be hard to decide how to kind of like batten down this rotation and who you were going to put on a nightly basis. Do you feel like, I know it's only 3 games and you're probably still experimenting, but do you feel like you just got guys that can contribute each night? It just depends.
It's going to depend on the situation. The decision was made for me, so to speak, when Pop couldn't play the first game, and then Mason couldn't play tonight. Yeah. So we were able to kind of split time with Jackson and Isaac, and then play Jason at the 3 some and get some guys out there. But when we get everybody back, I don't know. It's going to be a game by game thing, and see what we need on that particular night, whether it's offense, defense, or floor spacing. That'll dictate it.
You have an update on Mason?
I'm optimistic he'll be ready for Saturday as long as everything goes well. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.